Hello, hello. Give me 1 second. Person crusher. How are you doing? Hey, heck yourself, how's it going? Just gotta make sure. I may have to tilt my cam a little bit. There we go. Hello, how are y'all doing this evening? Again, I hope you're having a fantastic night. I hope you've all been having a good day as well. My day's been going pretty good. Just earlier, got done with the North America versus Canada event exhibition. That was a lot of fun. Even if it was really just Jason Riot X versus Canada. The guy's a monster. But yeah, there was a lot of good matches. We also had some exhibition matches afterwards. That was a good time. Pretty much. No, Dark Cloth, I did not get to play a single match. I played a post-event match against Jason and took a round and then got beat up. Jason is nuts. That guy's soul is crazy. But yeah, so... Anyway, so the reason why we're all here this evening, this is something that I thought a lot about when I thought about what I want the stream to be. In terms of what type of content I like to provide. One of the things that I did when trying to think of that type of stuff is I looked at the polls that I put up, asking for people's input, like, hey, what do you guys want to see? And one thing I heard a lot of people wanted to see was, a lot of people are curious about the stuff that I cover in my Metafy sessions, coaching stuff for Plus R. Some of you who are in here tonight have likely taken some of the Metafy sessions, and I do appreciate that. So you may have seen or heard some of these concepts that we're going to discuss this evening before. Basically what I'm going to be doing is just kind of picking a different topic every week on Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we're just going to go over, whatever that topic is. We're just going to try to drill into it. And I'm going to kind of structure it. I don't want it to be so much like, I don't want you to watch like a PowerPoint. I don't want to give a presentation. I really want it to be like a dialogue. So if you guys have any questions, if you, just anything like that, just feel free to put it in the chat. Let me know and I can try to answer whichever questions or whatever you have to the best of my ability. And as far as what the focal point of the pit itself is going to be, I want it to be geared towards intermediate players, where I'm not going to go over stuff like, here's the tutorial of what the button configuration is, and here's how to block, and here's how to jump and walk, and all that stuff. Because while that stuff is useful to a player who's very new, I feel that there's a big gap between the content available for learning beginner topics versus learning advanced topics for things like Plus R. And so this is going to be kind of aimed at like intermediate players, but beginner players, of course, feel free to stick around. You may find some of this information useful. And advanced players, you probably are already familiar with most of what we're going to talk about, but you're welcome to hang around. We're happy to have you. So I guess looking at the first thing that I kind of just picked at random out of I've been coming up with a list of like different topics or different things to kind of go over. And one thing that I think would be very useful to kind of dig into first, is maybe a good starting point, is something that's kind of a zoomed out concept. Something that deals a lot more with just like the flow of the game itself. Because sometimes, and I know like this was a big challenge for me when I was a beginner, was trying to figure out when to do certain things. Like it was hard to really figure out what was going on at any given time. Like they're doing stuff, I'm doing stuff, like sometimes one of us gets hit and then things happen. And it's all very exciting, but when you're new or, even when you're at that advanced level, or excuse me, at that intermediate level, it can be one of those things that we kind of don't really look at enough. And that is going to be the phases of play, or the states of play in the game. I'm just going to catch up on chat here. Sorry, I'm already like yakking. Jason, I appreciate you. You were the best today. Oh my god. Guy was on a rampage earlier. That footage is up on YouTube, I believe, for Untitled Slackers. You can also find it on their VODs if you want to catch it, but Jason was just on an insane tear today, and it was great to watch. Sid, I am glad to hear that you appreciate the written guide for Avid Plus R. I wrote that guide, it feels like, in the prehistoric era, so I'm glad people are still finding use for it. Person Crusher. Shout out to Person Crusher, one of the original members of Stab Knife, the virtual parody death metal band I used to be in. That goes into a whole nother story about how I got my handle skeletal minion, but we'll save that for another time. Hello, El Chris, welcome. Oh gosh, jeez, I am missing notifications. Thank you to Chainer, Chainer22. Thank you, Jay Spillerin. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Hey It's Me Corbo. Thank you, Kato. Thank you, JFDS Randomly Tapped Letters, for all the follows. It's very appreciated, and especially thank you to Tiamat Syndicate for the raid. I am. Thank you. That's awesome. The memer from the Plus R Discord. Well, it's good to have you here. B-Cut, thank you as well. Jace, heck you, just everyone in the chat. I hope you guys are having a great time. So yes, Kraken, as far as the secret juice, we can get back to the topic at hand. And that is about the phases of play. Now, I took a couple of, just a couple of notes, I guess, just to kind of help me kind of organize this a bit better. And even so, you may find I may kind of jump around a little bit. I try to keep it coherent, but a lot of this just comes kind of just directly off the top. So anyway, as far as the states of play, what we're talking about as far as like the states or phases would be things like, you may have heard people talk about whose turn it is in a fighting game. Like, oh, that guy, it wasn't his turn. Or, oh, that guy just stole his turn, That is actually, what they're referring to is like who's got the momentum. Like who's got the advantage at any given point in the match. And who has advantage and how it kind of, bounces back and forth. Like it kind of ping-pongs between which player is at the clear advantage, right? Well, sometimes you're going to have those situations where... Oh, is the music loud? Okay. Let's see. We can just do it... We can... Let's see, give me 1 second. Oh no. I've got to see how to get it set. Right, how is... Is this better? Same volume? Good? Here, let's see. Let's probably put the headphones on anyway. Alright, testing. Does this seem better? I can talk myself up a bit. Alright, how about this way? Good? Apologies for the technical difficulties. I am very new and also not good at this yet, but for now, no. Alright, excellent, good. Sorry about that. Yeah, please, if there's ever anything like that, any volume issues, if I ever forget to flip the camera around, as I have done at least once already, feel free to just please let me know. I'll be more than happy to go ahead and take care of it. So, going back to the states or the phases of play, it's pretty much about like whose turn it is at any given time, and this is something that this is a concept that you might even be able to apply to other fighting games, as some of these concepts are very general and things that you may be familiar with already. You may have just not looked at it in this kind of zoomed out kind of scope. Takes me back to the old days of 1 a.m. at Waffle House. The good old days, man. Post-tournament or post-casual session, you hit a Waffle House, you drop this kind of knowledge. That's where a lot of this comes from. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be going over on the pit is going to be what I've jokingly called old man knowledge. You know, I mean, there's tutorials as far as like, oh, here's how to do some sick combos, and here's how to do like these execution things, and I want to talk more about like the mental kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So, as far as that turn taking or those different phases, essentially every single round, you're always going to start off at neutral. Now, when you start off at neutral, you're always both going to be starting off in the same positions. So one thing to take into consideration when you're at this round start is to really think about your options versus their options. And what I say is, like, the way that I mean that is, I'm not talking about think about specifically what you can do. I mean, just think about the concept of what's happening there. Like, you're both, there we go. You're both here. What can you do at round start? Well, you could hit a button, right? You could do an attack. You could do a movement. Let's say you could walk forward, or if you're a character that can dash at round start, you could dash in. Maybe do a combination of those, like dash poke, or you could do something that's more of a defensive, like more of a passive option. Like you could backdash if you want to make some space or try to get them to whiff something. You could jump, and which way you could jump even determines some things. Like if you want to just make space, possibly jump away from something. If you want to jump and like air dash in, maybe go for an opening. Those are all some different choices that you have, but ultimately what I want you to think about, or the part of that I want you to focus on, is what exactly you're doing there. You're ultimately trying to do something to gain advantage, right? And I don't mean like literal frame advantage. I mean, you're trying to either get yourself in a better situation, or trying to start your pressure, or, connect with the opponent in some way. When you're at that kind of like neutral, or especially when you're at round start, what you're both ultimately trying to do is make contact with the opponent in some way. And that's going to be the second of those phases, is making contact. Making contact can be a number of things. It could be connecting a move with an opponent on hit or block, where you could start pressure, for example. Like, let's say round start, I think they're going to throw a poke, and let's say he throws out like a fire slash, and I jump it, but then I come down and he blocks it, and then at that point, he's just blocked this, I'm right here. At that point, I can maybe go for some pressure. If I got the hit, I can, convert it into a combo. Basically, that second phase, or that second part is trying to make that contact, and then the first part is trying to make contact when you're at neutral. But then the second phase is once you've made contact, and that's going to be those options we just looked at. On hit or block, you can apply, like if it's blocked, you can apply pressure. From there, you could maybe go for a mix-up. You could go for, let's say, they block it, and instead of me doing pressure stuff like that, instead of doing that, which I guess let me just set them to block. It'll make it a little easier for us. Let's just turn it to on. Oh, I bet I have it set to 2-player or something. Yeah, okay. Dummy. Alright. So yeah, like, a good example of what I mean is, again, using that example, let's say that they try to do like a far slash, and I think they're going to do a far slash. So I try to jump it. I try to come down with this JH. They recover in time, so they block it. At that point, I could do pressure. Or I could go for a mix. Strike throat. The other option. That catches if they try to jump out. The key grab would catch if they fall for the tick, or if they try to backdash, it'll scoop their backdash as well. But basically you've got, after hit or block, you're going to try to do something after that, which is that post-contact phase. For that phase, Ideally, what you want to do, if you get a hit, obviously you want to convert it into a combo. In Guilty Gear, it is extremely, extremely advantageous to try to always end your combos in knockdown. Now, that will not always be possible, just because of some limitations of people's characters. Like, some characters just can't really get knockdowns easily from air combos. Some characters can, some can in certain situations or with meter or whatever. Generally speaking, it's a good idea to get a knockdown. Now, that in itself is not... It's not a super foreign concept for fighting games. If you've played other fighting games, you are well aware that knockdowns are generally a good thing. The reason why they're especially strong and especially important in Plus R is because Plus R is a game where most characters, or pretty much every character under the right circumstances, has really nasty Oki. They can either do really, really difficult to defend against mix-ups if they're a character like Melia or Dizzy or Chip. There's going to be characters that, like Potemkin, where he knocks you down and then, you know, it's time to play high, low, backdash OS, or Potbuster. Or Psychic Heat Knuckle is another option. But yeah, generally speaking, ending a combo knockdown is good because then you get to run your Oki afterwards. For that period, after making contact, you know, ideally you get the hit and you get a conversion and you get it into a knockdown. And when you do those things, then you can go to the next phase. But before we look at that, I want to look at the other possibility there. If you do something and it's blocked, at that point you could either go for pressure and then maybe eventually try to go for a mix-up, or it might be a situation where it may be better to back off. Especially if they're a character with strong defensive options, like a good mashable, like a really fast 5P, or if they have a button that can low profile or something they can do to like evade certain attacks. You know, sometimes it might be a better idea to drop your pressure and just kind of hang back a bit. And again, using that example, let's say if I were playing against Potemkin, and a similar situation happens. Round start. He starts off with 2/, this big move. He starts off with that. I think, okay, he's going to do a 2/, so I'm going to jump it. So I jump it, and I come down, and he blocks it. At that point, I could go for the tick and start doing that kind of stuff. If he blocks it, or if he instant blocks the 5H and Potbusters me, I'm probably going to get snatched up, so that may not be a good idea. In that case, it might be good to, you know, even though I made contact, I could just jump back out. I could backdash to like do a hard read for Potbuster. That gets me a punish. Potemkin is good because he is big. Big body supremacy, I see. Oh, hey Dio. Also, hey Heartwild. Hey everybody. So, as far as what happens if you make contact and then at that point it's blocked, or if for whatever reason the thing that you were going for doesn't work out for you, like if you don't get the hit, don't get the combo, don't get the knockdown, in that case it can be a good idea to back off, just back away. But ideally you know, hopefully, when you did whatever it is that you did, you hit them, and then you turn it into a combo, you get your knockdown. That next phase is going to be running your Oki. Now, Oki can be a few different things, obviously. Well, in Plus R it can be a lot of things. Some characters have projectile-based Oki, where they can set out a projectile that you have to block as you stand. That makes it, you know, that gives you an advantage, because then you can either apply further mix-up, or if it hits, you just get another combo. Some characters have like a strike or throw type of deal, like Abba is a good example. Even though she's not a grappler, when she's in Maroha, she's very fast, and her throw gives her a lot of reward. So let's say if I get a knockdown, I could run in and then just go for the throw. But then there's going to be some characters that just use their normals or cancels to have like a very frame trappy, like close range normal kind of pressure. I think a good example of a couple characters like that would be maybe like Holy Order Soul or Jam. Chip would be another one in that category as well. But pretty much you want to run your Oki, and that's going to be applying some type of pressure or doing something that allows you to maintain that advantage. Then after the Oki is over, or if the attempt fails, then you're back, like it kind of resets back to that initial phase where, like, let's say, using that example with Potemkin, we jump in, he blocks it, we back up. Well, at this point, we're both kind of back at that neutral, like back where neither player is at a clear, distinct advantage. Now, the thing that is important as far as the states of play is anytime that you're watching a match, like it could even just be when you're watching a set on YouTube, or if you're watching a tournament match, or if you're watching whatever footage, if you're looking at your own replays, you can really look, and if you think about it in those terms, those different phases, every single match, at any point, one of those phases is happening. Either you're both vying for advantage, or one player clearly has it. Now, the reason why I wanted to go over this as kind of a starting point is because understanding those different phases of play can be very important, because again, going back to, like, if you've ever heard someone talk about, like, taking turns in a fighting game, that's pretty much what that is you're looking at whose turn it is. Let's say if I jump in, I get this blocked. Let's go to Murad. Let's say that I instant air dash him, like, jump H. They block it. At that point, I can kind of start pressure going. There are some points where it is not wise to continue. And knowing whose turn it is can be good in determining that and trying to figure out if you should continue to press or if you should not. Testament would be a good example. If you have a gap in your block strings that is larger than 2 frames, he can warrant through that. Warrant's going to be the move where he does the little pose, like he just kind of shrugs, and it is a catch counter. So if you touch it, obviously he's going to do this thing where he falls into this puddle of blood. He's going to teleport and probably hit you if whatever you did had enough recovery. You want to try to think about those types of situations, like whenever you're making these choices about whether you should kind of continue to apply pressure or continue to try to, like, vie for the advantage further, or if you just need to kind of realize it's a wash this time. I need to, like, kind of regroup, reposition, or try to otherwise do something that makes it so you don't give them the advantage. It's okay to sometimes go back to that kind of, like, neutral state if you need to. And you want to try to obviously try to keep whatever advantage you have going as long as you can. But sometimes it's not a good idea to just go all out. But yeah, so that would be just a brief breakdown, just a brief kind of overview about the different states or phases of play. One thing that I can say, when I first, like, read about these types of concepts, there used to be a section on Shoryuken.com's forums called the Dojo. And I don't know if it's still there. I haven't been in the Shoryuken forums in a very long time. But this section was excellent. It was my favorite section on there. They talked about this type of stuff and these types of concepts. And I remember when I first read and, like, first really kind of, like, started to look at matches that way, it makes it easy to kind of break it down into different segments. And then you can look at those individual segments and kind of troubleshoot your play. So a good example for ABBA is round start is extremely important for her. In some matchups, it can be either you make the absolute right read at round start and then you can play, or you don't, and then you have to spend probably half your health bar just trying to get back in or get that transform, or just trying to get off the back foot, essentially. As far as, like, troubleshooting that particular segment, I could look at that, and this is, looking back when I was first really kind of, like, learning about these types of topics. I could look at those phases and think, okay, well, at round start, we're both trying to make contact. What are the options that I have? And looking at my character's options and comparing, what would be the ones that I have that would be the best at handling those, right? So for Testament, for example, we know he's got Far Slash is a good opening poke because it will reach the entire width. It goes about yay far. So it will reach the entire width over to his opponent. Now, if I'm Abba, I can slide under that. And if I recover in time, I can get a throw. And from throw, I can get a key grab. And that's ultimately what I want on normal mode. But let's say if the Testament knows, slide loses to lows and throws, he might just start out with a 2K to just kind of preemptively, like he could do like 2K, 2/2D, and then, you know, then just essentially just chain it to sweep in some way, just to kind of beat that option. But if I know that he's going to do that, I could do 5H to just kind of go over his 2K and blah, blah, blah. There's plenty of different options that you have, but looking with ABBAs, like those would both be examples of making contact, right? If I'm trying to slide in, even though that's not an attack in itself, the fact that I'm doing that, because it puts me in a position where I'm at a greater advantage than I was before. So, you know, it puts me in a position where I can get a punish. It's not a punish directly in itself. But some other examples could be, let's say if I think he's going to backdash at round start. Some people like to do that against Abba. Hello, Mara. And hello, Vision. And hello, Solidified. And Microwave. So, anyway, as far as the, like looking at the options that you have, the point that I want to make here is that it's not always going to be as clear cut as making, like, connecting an attack on hit or block. Sometimes you can do things that are advantageous, or that can be good, that are not necessarily like direct offensive maneuvers. And a good example of that could be, let's say if you're fighting against Abba, and let's say if you're a player like Faust, if you're a character like Faust, you typically don't want to, like, he can kind of safely zone her from a distance. So what he might want to do is to create space immediately. If he were to do, let's say, backdash at round start, that's going to put him far enough away, and Abba's so slow in normal mode, she really can't do anything about it. Like, she can try to, like, read the backdash and maybe try to clip it with, like, a Rekka or something. But generally speaking, the best that I can do is just, like, see that he's going to backdash or read it and try to blood pack. And be like, well, I still couldn't close in, but at least I got to transform. But that would be a good example where, even though he's not like directly approaching, you know, he's not actually like hitting a button or making me block or do something like that. Just the act of him creating that space is advantageous for him. So that could be an example of a different type of example of making contact, is, you know, essentially vying for that advantageous position within the state of the match. So, I guess at this point I want to just go ahead and ask if anybody has any questions. If anybody wants to, I don't know, just want to kind of check in and see where you guys are at. What are you thinking, guys? I'm going to take me a sip of my Maroja juice coffee. No questions, comments, concerns? Oh, jeez. Drinking the blood. I'm glad that you like my voice. I like my voice, except when I'm hearing it. Heck, you's not paying attention in ABBA class. You have extra homework. Hecky, I'm gonna need you to go home and practice your FRCs. 50 reps for each one. You're now in detention. Thank you for the follow, Vision. I actually am trying to get better about catching those. So, good question from Kraken here. So, how do you deal with resource management? Not just the gauges, but life, timer, screen positioning, etc. That is a really good question. Pretty much anything that you have in your possession that is specific to your character, as far as like any of those gauges, any of that stuff, and even one thing that is not specific to your character. Those are all resources that you can use. And when I say that, I mean like I'm talking about like the health bar, your burst gauge, your guard gauge, or really your and their guard gauge, and your tension and their tension as well. So, and screen positioning as well as a resource. And then any sort of like character specific things, like with Abba, you know, she has blood packs. She gets 3 per round at the start of each round. As far as like managing your resources or dealing with resource management, one thing that I see people overlook a lot, or well, let me back up a little bit. Some of it is kind of straightforward. Like for your tension is just your super meter. Essentially, as you do things, as you play the game, you know, as you connect things on hit or block, you're going to be building up a little bit of tension. Pretty much anytime that you do something that is considered like an offensive action, it could even be just something as simple as walking towards your opponent or dashing towards your opponent, jumping towards them. Doing pretty much anything that is like in any way aggressive to your opponent is going to be giving you tension. Your tension can be spent on different things. It can be spent on, you know, stuff like force breaks, or in this game, a lot of times you'll see it spent on FRCs, stuff of that nature. One of the things that is extremely important for is your faultless defend, which I don't want to go too much into the nuts and bolts of the mechanics. We are going to have a different session on defensive mechanics, especially because I feel like they deserve their own segment. But as far as like dealing with resource management, that's one thing that you want to take into consideration when making those decisions about what you should generally be doing. So, kind of like before you even go into a match, before the match even starts, you want to have kind of a game plan for what you want to do. As far as like, you know, for Abba, a lot of times her game plan, like the actual goals of her game plan are very simple. Because it's like, you know, the very first step in almost any single matchup for Abba in this game, the very first thing you want is, I don't want to be in normal mode anymore. Normal mode sucks. I want to be in Maraha mode. So you really want to try to figure out a way to get that transform or get that blood pack. Either way. But, sorry, getting a little off track here. Going back to some of the resources as far as like your gauges and mechanics and things. When you make those decisions, like a good example is with Abba at round start, just because we've already been looking at that as an example. You know, at round start, you're going to have no tension. So anything that requires tension is off the table for you. You can't force break slide, you can't super, any of that stuff, obviously. What you do have is you have a full health bar, which is a resource in itself. You have a full burst gauge. You have 3 blood packs. So the reason why you want to take those things into consideration is that affects the total number of options that you have when you make those decisions about what you want to do at any given time. Hello, Master Hackett. And screen positioning is a resource as well. Just to give an example, like, you know, looking at the things that we looked at before, just to kind of expand on those concepts we'd already looked at. If I wanted to slide in under a poke and get a throw, that's an option to approach. Doing something like jumping in or connecting with an attack in some way. If I wanted to back up to make some space, if it's a character that has like a scary approach or something, if I just need the space for some reason. But some other options that I have that are available to me at round start, you know, I may not have tension, but I do have blood packs. If I think that they're going to backdash, you know, like I touched on this a moment ago with like the Faust example, if I think that he's going to backdash a couple times, then I could take advantage of that and say, oh, free time to blood pack. That's a free transform. Now, that one is a pretty easy one just because you're always going to start every round with blood packs, so that option will always be available. But it can be trickier when trying to decide, like let's say if you're later into the round and you've already used your last pack and you ended up back in normal mode. At that point, that option is no longer going to be available, and it can kind of make it a little trickier to determine what you should be doing as far as should I be approaching, Should I be jumping in versus doing like a grounded approach? But as far as the other resources that you have at round start, another example is burst. If you think that they're going to try to do some sort of jump in, or if you think they're going to try to like dash up and do something, it is a risky option just because it uses one of your most precious resources, but you could do a gold burst. You may have seen people do this before. I know some players like Shadow Fox will do this sometimes, or they'll even do like run up gold burst. And some people some people tend to look at decisions like that and think, it's, run up gold burst is such a meme. And I guess that's one other thing that's important to consider too, is at the end of the day, if it works, it works. You want to think about the risk reward when you're making these types of decisions, when you're trying to transition to that more advantageous state, that more advantageous positioning. But you really just want to take that kind of stuff into account. Hello, Fire is Wet. Yeah. So, as far as like the decision making, something can be like meme-ish, like run up gold burst or defensive gold burst at round start. It could be legit though, because if it works, you get 100% meter. And the nice thing about bursting early is you'll most likely get it back possibly before the end of the round, almost definitely before the end of the match. Since you hit them with it, you get to keep a little bit of your burst gauge. As you can see, my little letter B is already fully blue. But another example of one of those resources that you have at your disposal, and this is one that I don't see people talk about like enough, like I don't see people really frame it this way, is sometimes your own health bar is a resource. And I don't mean that just specifically referring to Abba and how she can, she has her health literally as like a system mechanic with how she loses health when she's in Maroha, and how she has to regain health by transforming out. But what I'm talking about is just looking at your health as a resource in the sense of sometimes it's okay to like it's okay to gamble on things that maybe have a lower success rate if you have the health to kind of play around with. Like let's say that I've been playing and it's pretty deep into a round with a Testament, right? And let's say that I've been doing pretty good managing my health. I haven't gotten hit. Let's say I just blood pack out, or let's say that I just do like a double key grab. So I'm still in Maroha mode, but I get some health back. I'm sitting at like 85% of my HP. Let's say that I got a pretty beefy combo in on him, and I've got him down to like 20% health. That's going to be a difference of about 65% in our HP. At that point, I could, if I wanted to, I could try like a riskier option. I could try something like just dash in flip kick, or just dash in, dash up Danzai, or stuff like that can be punishable, can be riskier. And the reason why is because if, even if he were to block it and just get, even if he were just counter hit me, the maximum combo damage that he can do, I'm still probably going to have the life lead, or it'll still be very close. Even if it does put him slightly in the lead, it's going to be difficult for him to just straight up win the round at that point. It's something that you can take into account for conditioning your opponent as well. Sometimes it can be good to, and this would be just a very basic example. Let's say that you're finding an opponent with a good DP. An opponent let's say Soul. Alright, Soul has Volcanic Viper, which is an extremely good DP. One of the best DPs in the game, probably far and away the best. If you think that he's going to do a DP, or if you're not sure, sometimes it can be okay to just go ahead and do whatever it is that you were going to do. Because if he doesn't do the DP, then he blocks, or you hit him, or you ultimately get what you wanted. If he does do the DP, then that gives you kind of a little nugget of information that you can take into account going forward. It's okay, in that specific situation, like let's say I got the knockdown, the ground slide knockdown with Rekkas in the corner. Let's say I want to go for like a dash jump slash, like one of these for my Oki when he's in the corner. At that point, he could just try to wake up and DP. Now, what I could do is I could just kind of try it a couple times, and even if he DPs and it works, at that point, that kind of starts letting me put together a template of what that player is going to do. Now, you don't want to explicitly look at what they're doing, like the choices that they're making, specifically and only that. Just because there's other things to take into account as well. If you know if they're a newer player or if they're a veteran, you know, they may already be, like, they may be actually outthinking you, and maybe just, like, they may DP a couple times and then never DP again, just so that you're always on your toes about it, just so that you're always trying to think of, you know, should I bait it here? Is it going to be something I really need to watch out for in this situation? And as a result, you know, you start just kind of playing extra cautious, and then he just does wake up 5k or something because you let him. You know, he effectively conditioned you to do that in that case. Or conditioned you to allow him to do that in that case. But yeah, that's looking at the things like your resources that are available. Those are all things that you want to take into account for that decision making. You also want to be taking into account the opponent's options and their tendencies, and you want to be building kind of a template or like a profile of their tendencies and what you think they might do, because that can help you with figuring out like how to make you know, reads and stuff like that, which we'll have a whole discussion on the pit on reads. I've already started working on a thing for that, so we'll get into that another time. But actually, yes, Jace with a good example. Another good example of using your health as a resource in the Abba versus Justice matchup. If she throws out nukes and you're far away, you can actually do a Rekka to intentionally let the nuke hit you. It'll only hit you, you know, assuming that they didn't release it early. You'll hit the nuke, it'll only hit you once and not knock you down, but it will effectively like disarm the nuke. So, you know, since you are eating a hit, it does take help to do. But ultimately, you're getting something that, in a lot of situations, that's advantageous to you because it helps you get a nuke off the screen. And that, in that matchup, that is a big obstacle that you have to try to figure out creative ways around, such as using Rekkas to disarm nukes. Yeah, information is also a very good resource. I do want to ask, Mole, when you say information, do you mean information outside the game, or information like what's displayed to the player within the game? I just want to clarify before we go down that path. Also, fire is wet. The weekend has been great. I hope you're all having a splendid weekend as well. And I appreciate you taking your time to listen to me talk about Guilty Gear stuff. Alright, Mole says information is a resource in both ways, both in and out of game, and probably more so in the game. That is a good point as well. Information can be a resource as far as what's displayed to the players. One thing I feel that Guilty Gear does a pretty good job of doing is it really presents a lot of information to you. There are visual cues for many things in this game. From the outright display of the gauges themselves, you've both got your health bar, you've both got your burst gauge, your tension gauge, your the clock is going to show you the time remaining. But there's other things that are a little bit more subtle that are not things that necessarily jump out, but are also very important to keep into account. One is going to be your tension pulse. If you look at my tension gauge, or at Testament's tension gauge, you'll see kind of like a black, kind of like smear going across. And what that is that's showing you like a rough indication of what's called your tension pulse. Your tension pulse is essentially a direct modifier on how much tension you get when you do things. When you do offensive actions that generate tension, like stuff like walking towards your opponent or approaching them or hitting them on hit or block. connecting an attack with them. And you notice as I've been standing here not doing any of those things, Guilty Gear is a game that kind of rewards aggressive offensive play. It doesn't want to encourage turtling. It doesn't really want to encourage passive play. And if you do something like sit here, now you can see my tension pulse is going by very slow. Very, very slow. And if it gets down slow enough, it can be very difficult to gain tension. If you do too many defensive actions in a row, you'll see the negative penalty warning, and then you'll probably get negative penalty unless you kick it in gear and actually start like participating in the game. But yeah, as far as what happens when you get a negative penalty, you'll notice like if you've ever gotten a negative penalty either in training mode or let's say you accidentally got one in a match, the first thing you'll notice is it wipes all your tension. And then you'll notice that just trying to get that tension back it takes forever. Like you'll get it back in like little tiny slivers at a time. And that's because you have a pretty big penalty, a literal penalty to your tension pulse at that time. It can be very tough to bring it back up when it's at that point where it's kind of low. Like you can see looking at mine right now, it's kind of going pretty slow. If I dash towards my opponent, you'll see it kind of picking up speed. And that's because the game's glad that I am kind of being more aggressive. If I start pressuring and doing stuff, you'll see it go up even more. And now you can see it's fast enough that it almost looks like an EKG instead of this little smudge. Yeah, negative penalty is really terrible. Like you really don't want to get negative penalty at all. Fortunately, the way that the game kind of works out, because it's a very like offensive oriented game, a lot of times it's pretty easy to not get negative penalty just by playing. There are some exceptions. If you're really trying to run away from your opponent, you might get a negative penalty warning, but even then it's usually pretty easy to kind of like pick up the pace and avoid it, especially because it gives you that heads up, that negative warning where it's like, hey, like go on offense, like do stuff. Yeah, tension pulse and the rate of tension gain is incredibly important. That can determine things like going back to the states of play. So that's an example of the decisions that you make now will affect decisions that happen like a few seconds into the future. Like let's say if I start pressuring my opponent, when do I want to go for a mix-up versus when do I want to keep pressuring? Well, when you're pressuring them, you're getting your tension pulse increased. Like your tension pulse is going up. Their guard gauge is going up, unless they're using faultless. They're being put under mental pressure. Like they may start to get antsy, or they may decide like, oh, I need to start trying to figure out how to like jump out of this, or like backdash out of this, or I need to start looking for a gap where I can like mash or something. But pretty much for that type of stuff, you really want to take that into consideration, because it might be better to keep applying pressure if I know that it will give me a little bit of tension and also get my tension pulse up enough to where if I do a combo, if I'm not having to spend any meter, especially if I do a combo, that might be the difference between, oh, I did this combo and I ended it and now have at least 25% meter, versus, oh, I did it too early and so I'm just going to not have my tension pulse up in time. So I might end up with like 23% meter or something after a knockdown. The reason why that's an example of something that can be a big deal, for Abyss especially, if I get a combo in the corner where I don't have enough meter, I won't be able to do the unblockable setup. Like that literally is just not an option for my Oki. And because the unblockable setup is so good, you really want to try to get that often. I won't say every single time, but it's definitely a strong tool in your Oki kit. See, we are learning stuff already. That is what I like to see. Talking about tension pulse. People, see, a lot of people say that. I remember I was talking with someone who used to be a sparring partner of mine, and we were having, we were just playing casuals, just playing back and forth, and I asked them, I was like they said something that made me realize, so I was like, wait, I don't think they know what tension pulse is. And so I just asked them, I was like, what's tension pulse? And they were like, or I asked them if they knew what tension pulse is. And they were like, well, yeah, I know what tension is. And I was like, well, not tension pulse. It's one of those more subtle mechanics that, it's not like clearly labeled. It doesn't say exactly what it is. It almost looks like just a purely cosmetic effect. Like, wow, it looks cool when you're like doing stuff. But yeah, that's a good example of something that, is very subtly indicated. Another good example of something that is indicated, although it's not like present on the screen all the time just by design, is instant block. You can tell when people are going to do an instant block because they'll flash white when they do it. And again, I don't want to dig too far into defensive mechanics just because there's going to be a whole thing on those. Let's see. It's under... Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so you'll see them flash white. That can be good for, again, looking at like determining your options or narrowing down your options when trying to progress through those states of play to either create or maintain or press your advantage. Looking at what they're doing in terms of defensive options can be a good idea as well. For example, if you see them go from solid, just like normal blocking, where they're just holding down back, they're not flashing white, you just see their character doing the block animation or whatever. But then let's say for the last 3 hits of whatever it is that you're doing, like you do a whole block string, or like a half a block string, and they normal block it. And then they instant block the last 3 hits in a row. There's a reason why they're doing that. Either one, they're trying to create an opening where they can try to escape, or try to mash out, or try to, they're basically looking for that moment where they can like steal a turn. They can interrupt your turn in a way that puts, it's like a reverse card in Uno. Now you're the person that has to deal with their pressure or eating a combo if they were able to get a punish. Then you got to deal with getting knocked down if they ended with knockdown and waking up and doing Oki and all that stuff. But that kind of tug of war of who is at advantage is something that's very important to kind of be aware of at all times, because that can help you kind of like charter what you want to do for the rest of the round. Or even, for some mechanics that carry across rounds, like for burst, that can help you figure out for, how you want to like charter the match even. But yeah, so that would be a basic little just rundown of like the states of play. How you can use the information that's presented to you, both as far as like your gauges, your resources, your opponent's tendencies, even that you could say is a resource. Knowledge outside the game is one that we didn't get around to. Guilty Gear Plus R is a game with a lot of knowledge checks. There's a lot of stuff in this game where if you don't know how to deal with it, then people can just abuse it on you. A very interesting move in this game is one that ABBA has. It's one that you've probably all seen. It is half circle forward and kick. The actual name for this move is, I think it's blunder is the English equivalent. I just always call it flip kick because, real talk, I used to not know any of the names in Japanese or their English equivalents. I just made up names for a bunch of moves. So yeah, flip kick is a move that, you notice we got Testament set to block, right? Yeah, you can't actually block this move. The way it works is, if you block it high, you get staggered. If she has meter, she can guarantee to get a combo. You can try to shake out, but if she RCs it, you're not going to have time. Also, as far as like, if you have meter to cancel in a Goku, that's also a guaranteed combo. But the way that you have to deal with this move is very unique. because there's not really any other move like this in the game. There's not any other move that's going to do that stagger on block effect. Now, as far as like outside the game knowledge, you would want to know, like this is something that you could look up on, like let's say if you fight an Abba and you get hit with this move and you're like, wow, what is, you know, I could have sworn, is that like an overhead? I see people ask me if it's an overhead all the time. They're like, is that an overhead? How did I get hit? And it's like, well, kind of. If you crouch block it, then it doesn't get blocked at all and it just hits you. If you stand block it, that's when you get staggered. So it's like you can block it, but it doesn't work out for you because you get staggered. Yeah, that's also true too, is the move names were not in there. But anyway, looking at the options that they would have, yes, that's just what I was about to get to, Sid. Looking at the options that they can't stand block it, they can't crouch block it, but they can jump and block it. If they jump and block it, that move is actually air blockable. Most moves in this game are air unblockable, which means you have to use like Faultless Defend to block grounded normals if you're in the air. Flip kick is not like that. Flip kick, you can literally just chicken block it. You don't have to instant block it or faultless or anything. You just hold it back and you will block the move. That, however, is an option. I don't think it's ideal. It's more like a fail-safe. If you tried to jump out and, you know, and she did a flip kick, then at least, you know, you won't get hit. But the better way to deal with this really is backdash, because it only has one active frame. And it's very slow. So you can just react to it, backdash, and then get a nice punish. But that's all things that you wouldn't know necessarily just by looking at the game. You know, you might get a feel for like, oh, the active frames on this seem kind of short. Or you might learn yourself, even on accident, like, oops, I tried to jump it. Huh, weird, it blocked it. You know, that's stuff you can find yourself, but looking up frame data in places like dustloop.com, that can be a very good way to up your outside the game knowledge. And when I say like outside the game knowledge can be a resource, knowledge checks are just essentially an example of that. If I'm fighting an opponent and they really don't know how to deal with this, I can just, you know, as soon as I'm pressured, I can just run in and just do it. But yeah. Yeah, so that would be just a good example of that as well. How many times you can pull off... Jace has a good question. Thinking about how many times you can pull the same mix-up on somebody before they change it up. That is a very good question. That's going to be something that we're going to be talking about when we look at the mental tendencies for people. That is going to be one that's going to have its own segment on the pit. As far as like pretty much we're going to have a whole segment that's going to be on like Yomi and talking about like reads, and you know, because one of the questions that I get asked often is like, how do you bait bursts? Like, how do I get better at burst baiting? And there's a good bit to it, so it's going to have its own thing. But at this point, it does look like we've been going on for about an hour, which is kind of what I had in mind as far as like the pit sessions, is to just kind of, you know, just kind of chat for a bit. And at this point, I do want to ask before we transition, I think at this point we're probably good as far as we can wrap it up and maybe move on to like an open lobby if you guys want. But I do want to make sure before we hop out of training mode if there's any other questions, or if there was really just anything else you guys want to chat about. Sounds good. Alright, great. Well, I hope this has been informative. If you have any questions about any of this that you've seen in this video, feel free to shoot me a DM on Twitter, or you can just tweet and tag me, either one. You know, whichever way you want to contact me. You could also use the +R Discord if you want to tag me. I'm there as well. But yeah, if there's any questions that you have about any of this stuff, just let me know. I'll be glad to kind of go over it and answer if you have any specific questions. But yeah. So I hope that you've all had a good time, and I hope you will all continue to have a good time once we get back and get some open casuals going. At this point, I am just going to take a quick break for about 5 to 10. I'm going to come back and open up a lobby, and we can mash some buttons. Alright. Thanks, guys. We'll be right back. Alright. We are back. Alright, so I think at this point, it's probably good to go ahead and set up a lobby. We're just going to set up an open lobby. If anyone here in the stream chat wants to join, feel free. Yeah, pretty much we're just going to mash some buttons for a bit. Let's go for an 8-player free-for-all. Sounds good. We'll just see who wants to hop in. Coffee at 9 p.m. on Saturday night. That is very Goku Maroha. On Sunday night. Delicious. Oh, no problem, guys. Anytime you want games, feel free to join anytime. You're more than welcome. Just waiting, biding our time. Oh, we have a competitor. We have a large number. Alright, let's go. Let's rock. Ooh, Biken. Biken is a really good example for this pit session. Biken is one of those characters that has a non-standard way of making contact, and that is turtling. Sometimes she can block because it's advantageous for her to block things like that on purpose, because then it gives us her access to her guard counters. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, yo, Zonson. I was opened up like a can. Alright, good counter. Good example as well. Oh wow, caught me slipping. Alright. Oh, I got lucky on that jump H. Ah, I let up my FD too soon. Tragic. Oh, I should switch these up. I'm sorry. Yeah, give me 1 second. Oop. No impossible dust on her. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, let me go ahead and switch that for you. Whoop. Alright, we're gonna get some butt loops. If you notice, I'm not really getting a lot of knockdowns on her. That's because she's unfortunately kind of lightweight, kind of floaty. Sometimes we can get one on her though. And definitely when they're stunned. Yeah, low orbs can be really nasty to deal with. Like they can be a good Oki option if you have the time. Just because they linger so long. Like they're active for a really long time, and especially if they both hit, it's huge damage, even if it trades. It might be worth it. Again, it goes back to using your health as a resource. It's actually a pretty interesting example of something you can do with orbs, with meaty orbs. Let's say if you're fighting a soul, and you think that he's going to do Volcanic Viper, you can intentionally do, if he's down to like Magic Pixel, you could intentionally do a meaty orbs, make it so that even if he DPs, the rear orb will linger long enough to hit him. And if he's at the Magic Pixel, it will kill him. So it's like, even though you have to use some of your health to do that, it might be advantageous if it will win you the round. Whoop. On point with these anti-air propellers. Oh no. Good throw. I'm gonna get tossed. Oh! Got it out just in time. Oh no! That's tragic. Oh, ran up and got me. Caught me slipping. Oh, that was unfortunate. Oop, I missed it. I did it too early. Oh wow. Right, got the counter hit. JH. Good 2D. Caught me slipping. Oop. Almost had it. Oop. That was close. That was very close. Whew. Rough. Oh, it's Mole. Hello, Mole. Let's go, Mole. Oh, is this Zeta? I didn't recognize the number. Ah, GG, Zeta. Oh, I hate this. I hate this mirror match. It's tragic. Ugh. Oh, I tried to jump it. That might be too high. Oh no, it's fine. Haha. Just ABBA things. Oh no, I didn't. I should have let the second hit fly. That's gonna hurt. Oh, nasty. I'm probably dead. Am I dead? I'm definitely dead. Oh, now I'm dead. Should have done 2K. Oh, I see. Got the flip kick. Oh no! Tragic. Whew. Mole. Very strong ABBA. Ah, oh, missed it. Ah! Ah, yeah, scooped. Oh! I missed it. Missed my confirm. That's my fault. Ah! Ah! I lifted a leg at me. Good stuff. Yeah, Konzetsu is orbs. Konzetsu. Hello, Sarsanovi. Even ABBA mains missed the Danzai punish. It's true. It was very good. Didn't mean to slide. Oh, am I dead? I'm not dead. Oh, that's gone on too long. Nope. Okay. Oh, almost didn't get it. Good throw. Danzai. Whoop. Oh no. Oh, that's gonna be huge damage. I'm probably dead. Oh, I tried to dash under it. Shame. GG's. Oh, we got more people in here. Wow. Alright, I don't know who joined next. Dio or Danzai. Whoever joined next, if you want a challenge. If you want a piece. Let's go with Danzai. More Abamir madness. Oh, is it Dio's turn? Oh, okay. Let's go with Dio. Oh no, alright. Oh, sorry, Dio. Oh, Danzai. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do it the other way around. More Abamirs. What have I done to deserve this? Abba's fun to play, not fun to play against. That's not true. She's a lot of fun to fight. Oh, first Rekka. Oh no, I tried to slash back it. I got bodied. Lucky break. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, I almost got it. Whoop. Cross ups. Yeah. The classic, the burst safe. Whoop. Oh, what a trade. Oh, I missed it. Whoops. It's all good. Yep. Well, it's not good if I drop it. That's very unfortunate. Ah! Alright, that's, yeah. Yeah, the trick to using the FRC, like the bar on the input display, where it shows you the FRC timing, the trick to remember is it flashes white on the actual FRC frames, and then it fades to the blue color. So when it flashes white is like the exact instant, the exact frame that you want to hit it. But even then, it is slightly inaccurate due to how the input display works. But that goes into console port stuff. Or home port stuff. Alright. Get a little bit of damage. Oof. Last ditch burst. Wow, what a trade. That's a very good anti-air. For 2/. I'd like to joke around, it's like Sakura's down fierce punch. If you ever play Street Fighter. It's just, ugh. Oh, I got scooped. Alright. Gorilla's doing gorilla things. Alright. Yeah, that's a good point, Kraken. If you're looking for something that demonstrates... Here, let's go Dio. If you're looking for something that demonstrates what we were saying about, like, you know, the exact instant you want to hit the buttons for the FRC is when it's white. If you look at Faust doing Concho Super, that has a long FRC point so you can see it. Also, GG's, Danzai. GG's indeed. Cliff, huh? Alright. Whoop. Yeah, Cliffs, a lot of times, you really have to get a feel for when they're going to dodge or not, because his dodge is super good. You really want to try to, like, run up and throw when possible on that. C-Doc, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Yeah, we finished up with the pit. We're just doing like open casuals, open lobbies. All right. Try to never get counter hit by her 6H in normal mode. It can lead to this. Just, I would simply not get hit. I mean, yeah, counter hit 6H has a gigantic stun mod on it, which means that it's gonna do massive, like, additional stun on top of the already pretty decent stun that it does. And against characters, especially against characters that have low stun resistance, like Cliff, I mean, it could just be, he can literally get stunned in one of those if the RNG is against your favor. So you gotta be very careful. Another good tip I can give, for Abba's combos in the corner, they are mostly, maybe not entirely burst safe, depending on positioning and timing and stuff, but they're almost burst safe. Like, they're almost completely burst safe. And there's some versions that she can do, like if she just does regular butt loops and you're like really high up in the air, that is burst safe. Since you float up a little bit when you burst, you'll just fly out of range, her next attack will whip, and then she'll just punish you. I could have sworn I sniffed out a dodge there. Try to get the throw reset. Didn't get it. Alright. Ah, I didn't let him float well enough. GG's, Dio. It's very well played. Who have we not played in here? We still gotta do Wave and T-Spin. I don't know if they're in the stream. I think they may have just joined. Oh, here's T-Spin. Let's go T-Spin. I haven't fought T-Spin yet. Abbo's literally the bane of my existence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that she has hurt you so deeply, that she has caused you pain. Also, hey Kenshin, how you doing? And cars. Oh god. Ronald, leave me alone. He's just trying to give me a happy meal. Is what's going on? Whoop. Okay, I got lucky on the whoop, on the drill punish. I was able to run under it and do something. Ooh, what a combo. Alright. Take advantage of the backdash. Wow, what a block. Alright. That bomb combo was hot. He threw me into it. Oh. Whee! Oh my god. Whoop! Ah, it's too heavy. Alright, that's gonna be some damage. That might be a stun. Yeah. Yeah, Abba really excels at jacking up people's guard gauge. Or some people call it the risk gauge, because that's what the official name they gave it as of Exard. But yeah, it's that little pink meter. Abba's really good at raising it, and then capitalizing on it when she gets a really nice hit. Whoop. Bombs. Bombs away. Alright, just doing some pressure. Force the burst. That's going to be some decent damage. Whoa! Oh my god, that crossed me up. Mini pot! What is up, guy? Mini pot has like, it's like a 1 in 100 something chance, or 200 something chance. I don't remember, but he's really rare. The fact that we saw him, the fact that this casual session has been blessed by Mini pot, it's pretty fortunate. Yeah, 5H, good OS for if you think they might try to do the 5D. If you time it right, that'll happen where they get clipped by when you try to snatch it back. Yeah, it's 1 in 136 for Mini pot. He's a special guest in this stream, an honored guest. Double orbs is a lot of fun to do too. With double orb combos in the corner, you just go bzz bzz. You just zap away their health bar. Oh! We got a follower. Nirwana Timmer. Thank you. Oh, GG's, T-Spin. Appreciate you coming and mashing for a bit. Alright, let's go wave. Kai. This matchup is a little bit tragic for Abba. Like, it's not so bad, just toe-to-toe. Like, it wouldn't be too terrible. But his IK is, like, very anti-Abba. If he gets in a situation where you can be IK'd, like, it's pretty much guaranteed. Ah, oh yeah, that doesn't work on him. Hey. Yeah, it's a very tiny chance. Double orbs is big damage. Oh, I dropped it. It's okay. Get a couple reps here. That's another little trick you can do with orbs too. You can jump back, do one late. It's a little safer. Good block. Very good block on that 5D. Abba Perfect. The shiny Pokemon of perfects. The rare, the elusive Abba Perfect. Orb FRC is sick. That's how she gets a lot of gigantic damage when she's in the corner. It is a bit of an unfortunate matchup for Abba. Anti-air 5P. I messed up my meaty 2D, so that's not gonna work. Alright, let's get it. Yeah. Whoop. Yeah. Ah, that's too high to get the combo there. I was waiting. I've been baiting that DP every time, and then they finally did it, and I got blown up. I don't know why I tried to punish that with a hit. Gold burst and strike and vol. Alright, go ahead and run this back. Ugh. Alright. Salt Grinder. When was the last time, if ever, that I played Steve H? I honestly cannot remember if I've ever fought Steve H. I know I was at least one final round that Steve H was at, because I remember we were in the same bracket, but I don't think we faced each other. So yeah, if I have ever fought Steve H, it's been a very long time. Back in the ancient days of yore. Oh, GG's Chosen. It's okay. Was I at final round in 2012 for Accent Core when Kusuru was there? Yes, I was, and it was a glorious, glorious sight. That was some of the most entertaining matches I've ever seen. Kusuru is the type of player that is like, he's a troll if a troll was like actually also legitimately good. Like, he'll do the goofiest stuff and it will work, and then he'll just like blow up like 70% of your life bar, and it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, Steve H is you know, I don't know if they're still playing. I know back in the day, definitely, for sure, like absolutely strong Kai. I think as far as strong Kais that I know of that are like, you know, at least ones that I know of that have played in the last, like over the last year, Purify Word Soul is super OG. He's been playing for a hot minute, like for several years, probably as long as I have, if not longer. And I've still seen him, you know, and competed with and against him in different stuff over the last like few months, over the last, well, now it's been over the last year, because that's how long Rollback's been out, right? That's wild. Yeah, that grand finals with Steve H and Kusuru was just insane. 2D Roman Cancel, 2D Roman Cancel Wild Pro. That is a legendary mix-up. Like, if there was some way I could print that mix-up out and frame it, I would. I wonder if I could just get one of those, like, motion picture, like one of those motion frames, basically lets you, like, hang up a GIF or something. A digital photograph frame. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was always so cool, because, like, you know, like, every now and then, like, for Guilty Gear stuff, like, we might have, like, one or two Japanese players would make it out. Seems like every tournament there'd always be, like, one or two, and they would usually, like, sweep it. So, it was always just a lot of fun playing against whoever came from out of country or out of state, or, you know, people you don't normally get to see or play against. It's really cool playing against them and seeing them in person. GG's, Danzai. Alright, who wants the hands? Who wants the smoke? You don't know when to press the button in ABBA pressure. It is... Oh, Danzai, you want some? You want the hands? Let's go. God. But yeah, as far as like when to press a button in ABBA pressure, that goes into, well, it goes more into like frame traps and all that kind of stuff. Pretty much, if you aren't sure that you have enough space, like enough time, frame data wise, you know, if you want to match something that's like a 5-frame normal, if you don't have 5 frames, don't press it. If you don't know, don't press it. Oh, good toss. Oh my god. What a 2-slash. Oh. Ah. Throw the Danzai. Oh no, I got hit. That's right. ABBA's late wake up messes with even ABBA players. It's true. We hate it as much as y'all do. Oh, good answer. Wow, I just got fended off by normal mode. Good stuff. Whoop. Alright. Oh no. Alright, that's fine. Resets. Resets be resetting. Oh god. What a 2/ again. That's such a good button. Oh, I tried to do a gimmick. What? Oh, just in time. I might have been able to get the... Well, it doesn't matter. I got the key grab. I was thinking I may have been able to just end that one early. But the Morale gauge was like right around a third, so I wasn't totally sure. Just did the confirm to the key grab. That's always a knockdown anyway. Hey Squid Ghost, how you doing? Hope you're having a fine evening. And thank you for tuning in. We're just playing some casuals, mashing buttons. Oh, see, that late wake-up timing, I'm telling you. What an autocorrect. Oh no. That's what happens when you drop your combos. Whoop. Oh, I messed that up. Oh no, I thought I could dash over it. Instead I lost the round. I tried to throw it. Oops. Note to self, you can't throw that move when she's up on the key. Oh, that was a good counter hit 5H. Get some Rekka loops. Oh no. Whoop. The game just straight up crashed. It just straight up said, nope. Well then, that is the first time I have seen this crash in literally months. That's crazy. That's no good. Oh well. I'll take a look at the crash log later and see. Anyway, we'll hop back in for a bit. Yeah, we can play for at least another 15. At least. GG's, Donzai. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at that crash logging and get it over to TFC. Let's see what I can get sent off about it. I know I saw that they, which I haven't even really had much of a chance to look at it yet, but I know that they just now had the update that changed the labels for the replay mode, where now it shows you like icons for the characters and you can tell who won and all that really cool stuff. Oh, you want to come back? Okay. All right. Oh no, Soul isn't who I play. There we go. Thank you, Zeta, and have a great evening. Thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate that very much. And if anybody else wants games, by all means, this is an open lobby. If you want the smoke, you can come get the smoke. If you want to come beat me up, you probably will. So, Mighty Jump H. I got lucky on the timing of that Donzai. miss the F4C, but it's... This is why this mirror match sucks, by the way. Is because a lot of times it's just a race to IK. Whoop. Oh, too far. No blood pack. No blood pack for you, I'm sorry. Resets. Oh no. Missed it. I'll try to slash back it. Hello, Loki and Thor. Hey. There it is. Oh, I don't have any sort of like bots or anything like that set up, sorry. Exclamation point commands do nothing here. I'm sorry. But they will. I just need to get all that in place. I really don't know how to do it, so I've got to look into it. But if you just do a search on the, you know, in the room search, you're welcome to join. Whoop. Alright. Time to go. Oh no, I'll mess that up very badly. Whoop. Alright. No more of this. Oh, now I'm probably gonna die. This is very bad. Oh, I tried the dead angle. It didn't work out for me. Oh wow. I am actually dead. Tragic. Whoop. Oh, good 5K. Oh, Banzai. Hey. Yeah, this matchup is full of highway robbery. All the time. All the time. Like, there's just... You'll see somebody doing really well, and then you'll see victory get snatched because they just got tripped or something. Right. Convert that into some Rekka loops. I couldn't get the orbs out. I didn't really have time. I probably should have gone with a different setup. That's just some unfortunate spacing. Sometimes it happens with counter hit 2/. Whoop. Oh no. That's one of those examples where it's just all burst safe. Stormlock. Oh, is Loki and Thor Stormlock? No, that's Loki and Thor is Loki and Thor. Oh, hey, Sonny. Hello. Yeah, let's play Jam? All right. Oh, there's Stormlock. I see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a match, or getting some matches in with Stormlock. Guy's Robo-Kai is OD. Ridiculous stuff. I'm gonna get mauled. Last time we played, I got waxed. This is another matchup I probably need to work on. Just because Jam is really rare these days. You don't really see her very often at all. See, that's what I was talking about. You can just chicken block that move. Just whatever. Oh. Whoop. Oh, I thought I sniffed out a burst. Will this kill? Almost. Yeah, it finally did on the last hit. Super's bad. But every now and then it's okay. Alright. Oh, okay. Wow. Don't do me like this. Whee! Oh, no. Oh, threw me first. Alright. Save the burst that whole time. I respect it. I respect it. A lot of times that's a really good idea. You can just get out of stuff for free and not even have to spend your burst, as was demonstrated multiple times just then. Dark Dragon is an extremely strong jam. I've played Dark Dragon a few times and they are very good. Oh. Alright, sweeps. Aw, missed my dash. Got the vacuum. No frame trap with 5P. See, the problem with never bursting, though, is then if you don't burst enough, then your opponents just like shrug, and then they never try to bait it. Because they know you just won't. See, that's a good example. You want to try to mix it in just enough. Alright. She might be too floaty. Yeah. Oop. Scoops. Hello. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I think we had a loose cable. We're good. But yeah. I guess I'll wait until this match is done. I'll hop on with get a few in with Stormlock. Thank you, Kaidu, for the follow. It's very appreciated. Very much appreciated. Yeah, we're just chilling, getting some casuals in. Yeah, a wild Stormlock has appeared. I'm gonna get smoked. Like last time I played Stormlock, it was, I mean, I got like wins, but it was not close. One thing I like about Stormlock too, Dr. Stormlock is like one of the most entertaining players to watch, because it's just like he has this bag of tricks that is just, it's like Santa Claus's knapsack. It's like infinite. There's infinite tricks in the bag. Yeah, I may have to check my mic. It is being questionable. So sorry if I just cut out. I may have a loose connection I need to look at. But yes, I have played M-Songs, Robokai, and Slayer. M-Song and I have ran into each other at several like majors offline before all this pandemic and all this awful stuff. But alright, got a sweep. Oh my god. That might not work. Well, it would have worked, but I'm bad. Ah. Oh no. It ran out just in time. This might kill. No, it won't. Gut's too high. Oh. What a round. Jeez. was able to get the reset, the Rekka stagger. Yeah. There will probably... The forecast calls for storm blockables. I'm betting on it. Also, GG's Loki and Thor. And yeah, I mean that's good to try to get yourself in the habit of capitalizing on IKs. That's very important for ABBA, for fighting ABBA. Right, he should be heavy enough that's gonna knock down. Oh, I messed it up. Caught with the rising. Whoop. Yeah, alright. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh no, here it comes. Here it comes! Wow! Oh no. The risk I took was calculated. Hello. Sound just cut out again. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Whoop! Oh, almost. Instead it's gonna cost me my life. Ah! I tried to burst it. That was smart. Here, let me move this stick so it's no longer on the desk. It might just be shaking around. Whoop. Oh, I got the slash back. And then got bodied. Yep. Oh, good 2H. Got the backdash that time. What? Alright, my execution is very, very not good. Oh, what a backdash. Close slash. The rare anti-air. Good stuff, Stormlock. Very GG's. Oh, we got people in here. Oh, Stormlock wants to run back? Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the run back. That was a very good backdash. It was a good delayed wake up into a backdash. Whoop. Oh, I'll take that trade. I'll take that. Alright. Oh no! Where are my orbs? Okay. That works. Oop. Oh, good throw. Oh, that's gonna... Oop. Good stuff. Right. Get a little corner carry. Oh, man. Where is my execution? Oh, good backdash. This is gonna take like 30 seconds. Oh no. Oh! I thought I could beat it. Good IB. IB throw. I thought I could punish it. Ugh, terrible. Ugh. Alright, we'll go for the setup. Good 5H. This should hurt a good bit. I don't know if it'll kill. I had to end it early. Yeah. Whoop. I don't know, is that feels plus. It feels plus. I don't know the frame data on it. But it feels like I just kind of have to hold that. Like a combination of the frame data and the pushback makes it really tough to know when I can swing. I tried to swing when he was still going, and that didn't work out for me. So, stuff I'm keeping a mental note of. Oh, wow. Good delay. Oh, no. There it is. The sh-movement. Meaty 2D, or almost meaty. Alright, go into some loops. Ugh. Just do a 5D. Just do it. Good. Whoa. What? Just hitbox things. There we go. Alright, that should... Yeah, I'll take it. Whatever. I'll take that damage. Oh, no. I'm not smart. Oh, where's my punish? I guess I just don't get one. Alright. That's rough. Rough stuff. GG, Stormlock. Very nice. Oh, Sunny? Yeah, let's get one in with Sunny. Sunny is also somebody that, like, I've seen a lot. Like, kind of like M-Song. I've seen Sunny and ran into Sunny a lot in person at different events. So we've been playing for a long time. And they always give me a damn run for my money. Ugh. Barely got it. Barely got it. Thoughts on the NA versus Japan 25v25? Should we do another next year? I would love to see another one of those. I hope we can do that as like a yearly thing or something. Because that was so much fun. It was such a good time. Oop. Oh, missed it. Now I'm gonna pay for it. Or I'm gonna match Danzai. The 25v25 was so sick. it blew my mind, like just the fact that because of rollback, like we can do that now. Like that's the thing that it's not just a pipe dream that you just laugh at. Like play over the internet against like a team of Japan's best. Okay. And now it's like, no, we can actually do that. We did it once. It was sick. Ah. Ah, good delay. Oh my god. Hit me with the meat tenderizer. The meat feet. Oh, that was smart. Alright. See, this is how this matchup normally goes. Ah, I tried to faultless. I tried to make space. Oh, yeah, that's a low. Oop. I don't know what that was. Ugh. Ah, 2H. I was trying. Yeah, Valhalla. I'm actually going to be in the next one. I've been in a couple of those before. They're always a lot of fun. Oop. Okay. Oop. Ugh. Raekwon did, well, he was in the last one, yeah. He was in the, oh, you're talking about the last Valhalla? I don't think he won the last one. He did win one by himself because his teammate was a no-show. So it was Team Raekwon. Every team had to just beat Raekwon twice. And so he won. It was a really funny time. And yeah, it's streamed on Nox channel. Now King. Oh, you signed up too? Good shit, Kraken. It's a lot of fun. Oh, we got Heku. Let's go Heku. I'm just jumping around playing a potpourri of people. Also, GG's Sunny. Good to play. It's been a minute. Beating Raekwon twice within 3 games. Yeah. Tough. Oh! Oh, we get to see the sub from Heku. Alright. You want soul tips? Alright. I couldn't really get anything from that. Yep. It's gonna be a weird conversion. Okay. It worked out. Sometimes with that, but you gotta kind of improv your combos a little bit. Whoop. Oh, wow. Slide into wild throw. Slide into Soul's welcoming arms. Ah! The second time. The throw. That was well spaced. Good meaty. I tried to snatch through it, but the FRC... I don't know if the range would have got it anyway. I may have been too far. These air throws. Yikes. Yep. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dropping a lot of stuff. I've got to get used to like playing with the stick in my lap. Because apparently, I think that's why my mic was cutting off, is it's shaking the table too much. It's knocking it loose. Whoop. Just barely got the punish there. Man. Alright, I'm gonna have to improv this a little bit. It didn't work. Whoop. Alright. It's not gonna work as a soul. Oh, I wanted it. I got greedy. Wow. That was a smart idea. I was about to be in a very bad situation. I didn't manage my blood packs very well. Is Soul the go-to for Abame in secondary? Speaking for myself, no. Soul is not a character I think I'd ever play in Plus R. He's just not my type. Whoop. I tried it. Oh man. I'm just jumping into these throws. Alright, I tried. I really tried. That's what I was talking about that lingering orb. You can just kind of throw it out. Alright, got the dizzy. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you can just like bait DPs with those just because it hangs out for a long time. Whoop. Oh, missed my follow-up. Man, where is my execution? Splat. Alright. Yeah, Riot Stamp is definitely one of those moves. It's like a coin toss. If it works, it's like, I'm a genius. When it doesn't work, it's like, oh no. Right. Who else wants the smoke? Oh, I haven't played the glitch yet. I don't know who the glitch is. This name isn't familiar to me. Das Glitch. Secondary for a day. First time playing in 3 months. Soul or just the game in general? Looking for a fight pad. Any recommendations? That is probably a question better asked of pad players. I use one of these guys. This ancient, like, TE Round 2. Or not TE Round 2. This is, whatever model it is. Yeah, it's a PS4 Mad Catz. This stick has been through... It's been through it. Oh, you mean fight stick? Yeah, I honestly, like... Sad to say it, like, I am a little out of the loop on those. Because, I mean, I've had this stick for, like, forever. Yeah, it's, I could probably tell you what model this is. Yeah, it's a TE2, is what it says on it. Yeah, I was actually one of the fans of Mad Catz. I was really sad when they went out of business. Because, I had this, and I had a TE Round 2 for my 360. Slash PS3 slash PC. And it was a great stick. I like this one, too. I know that they, like, reorganized or restructured or something, and now they have, like, new sticks, and I'm just like, it's whatever. I think the new ones are using some sort of, like, generic shell or something. It's... The old Mad Catz is gone. But it's a shame, because I really liked their fight sticks around that time were, like, super quality. It was really, really cool. Alright. The glitch. Oh, wake up buttons. Okay. Good stuff. Ah. Get Nancy on the shakes. Oh, I actually dropped it. Oh, good jump. Oh, why did I swing on it? Don't swing on Bandit Bringer. It's bad for your health. Wall bounce. No. But it's okay. Because I got another one. And to mash that out. Sometimes you can kind of Guts Crush with Abba JP. Or other characters that have like really fast like JPs. You can kind of Guts Crush like that. If they're down to like, you just need the last little pixel. Last couple of pixels. Oh, hey Chirk. Welcome aboard. And Iron Mongrets and Inoue. Great to have y'all here. Whoop. You know, I hesitated. I was like, I kind of smelled, like I kind of sniffed out a burst, but I wasn't sure. I could have let that. I could have got better punish off that. Alright. I'll change my icon to something brighter. It looks like I'm offline. Oh no. I'll look into. Ooh, getting some weird, like ping, like lag spikes, ping spikes, whatever you want to call it. Connection's getting all funky. Yeah, I will take that into consideration and think of something better, like something brighter for the logo. I appreciate the heads up on that. Cause see, that's that type of stuff where it's like, I don't know. I am but a wee streamer. Man, I've been doing pretty okay this season. You thought you lost, so you alt-tabbed. Oh, is that you, Fence? Are you the glitch? Call it lacking. Damn. The glitch has been patched. God, that sounds like a line if they ever do like a remake of The Running Man. The glitch has been patched. I love that movie. Alright. See, that was brilliant. Brilliant. Just like do a micro dash, do a couple of 2Ps, just to get them, you know, just to get them sitting there for just long enough. Oh, I was expecting. Where is my throw? Okay. Whew. Maybe, yeah, okay. Oh, I shouldn't have let that launch. Ugh. Super versus super. Who will win? Nope, not me. Good 5K. Oh no. Oh, successful mash out. Scrambly times. Yeah, it's one of those things, if you FRC backdash, it makes you backdash like hella far, because you keep the momentum. Whoop. Oh, I burst that like really late. I could have got a punish, but I didn't. Whoop. Oh wow. What a bait. That's gonna be a knockdown. That's an AC combo. That's the old stuff. Old school. Alright. Oh, thank you for the, Oh yeah, that's actually, you're talking about like the 2 reps of the butt loops and then pack FRC key grab. Yeah, there was like one time where I decided I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit down and figure out some good like Maroha gauge refreshes. Oh, Shadow Fox, thank you for the follow. I hope you're having a fine evening, and I'm glad that you have joined us. But yeah, she's actually got like a few different ways a few different setups for that. It's one of those things that like, honestly, in my notepad of like stuff I need to work on and stuff I need to do, that's one thing that's on my to-do list is like figure out better Blood Pack FRC refreshes. And then I'll find cool ones and then I'll just not do them so it won't matter. That's gonna hit, yeah. Hey, that's gonna be some damage. Whoop. Yeah, you may be wondering why do a super jump on their wake up. It's because for some characters, some options, you can bait a lot of stuff by doing that. Just do like dash, super jump. If they try to super or something, it's like you won't have to block it because, you know, depending on what the super it is, you might be able to just jump it. Ah. Oh, I don't have a burst. Oops. I get it? Yeah, alright. Wow, he actually shook out. That was a good shake. Man, my execution, not good. Now I'm dead. Hilarious. The stick keeps like sliding out of my lap. That's unfortunate. Oh, I missed the tech. Oh! That was good. I couldn't safe jump that. Ha! I ran into it. Cute little trick to get special moves to cross up is just cross them up. That was GG's. That's good. That slashback in the Ground Viper it blew my hair back. You can't see it because of the hat, but it blew my hair back. That was wild and crazy. Need to mash out and then I'm back for like flip kick resets. Yeah, it can be a good idea. Oh, GG's Loki and Thor. I would say instead of shake and then like jump, I would try to shake and then like I mean you could shake in the super. That's a hard call out if you think they're gonna Danzai. But you know, let's play Kaidu. Have I played Kaidu? Let's play Kaidu. But yeah, I think that there's a few other options you have too. I think that like shake out of stagger and then backdash is also a super good one. You just got to be careful if they don't like, you know, it's like rock paper scissors type stuff. You know, you can shake and then backdash to beat like flip kick, but if they do Danzai, it's gonna scoop you probably. So, you know. Wasn't far enough, but it's fine. Alright, I guess I'll just miss my input totally. Oh, that was a terrible burst. I just literally did a Domi burst. Yeah, just do a little improv combo. Sure. Yeah. Oh, snatched. Oop. I accidentally, like, Tiger kneed that off a double jump. What a throw. What a great air throw. I tried to backdash it. No success. Oop. Slashbacks. We're out here slashing and backing. Slashback. Yep. Oh, that was good. That's a good punish. Oh, the 5P. Alright. Oh no. Where's my dash? Yeesh. Alright. My execution is not good right now. Oh, you don't want to slash back that one. Sometimes. Alright, do some loops. Alright. So, question I'm sure someone out here can answer. You need to tap back or down back. Oh, you're asking if you have to tap it? No, you don't actually have to tap it. You can hold back or down back and tap just slash and H. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to like IB at the same time. Although you can input it that way. If you can tap it and do slash and heavy and you'll get like, you know, you'll get a slash back. Right, yeah, at this point, if anybody wants to challenge, I am all for it. Oh, we just got another follower, Godpress. Thank you for the follow. You came at a good time. We're just chilling, having a good time, just talking some loose chat about strats, how to do things like inputting slashback. I didn't mean to hit that. Earlier we had the inaugural, you know, the opening ceremony, the first episode of The Pit. I feel it went pretty okay. I feel it went pretty good. Talked about the states of play and, you know, some stuff to kind of help map out, like how to kind of zoom out at a match and really break it down into chunks and use that to kind of like map out your path for the round or for the match. Oh, The Pit is the name for the kind of like educational type streams where I talk about like plus R related, like, hey, we're going to talk about like throw meta or, you know, defensive mechanics. It's all that kind of stuff. Oop. Oh, I thought I got over it. Yeah, we just did like the first episode, I guess you could say, of The Pit a little earlier tonight. Oh no, I did not mean to throw. That's gonna... Oh no! Tragic. Alright. Yes, weekly skeletal minion plus R class. Pretty much, yeah. Oh my god. What a cross-up. Didn't follow through. I got the 5P and I didn't... My mistake was not continuing to mash. Oop. Oh god, I am super dead. Yep. Secretly, it was a reference to the MK pit. The pit. Oh, wow. I respect this. I tried to jump P. I messed up the input. Oop. Am I dead? Tragic. Good stuff. GG's, Kaidu. Oh wait, can we run another one? Yeah, we can rematch. Run it back. It is perfect skeletal twice with IKs. You get to face Leopoldin. He's like the noob Cybot of Plus R. You gotta do all these like special conditions before you're worthy enough to face the hidden challenger. Man, my IED game is weak. Or ID game, Impossible Dust game, is weak. Whoop. Will it kill? No. It won't. I messed up the input. Open lobby. Yeah, it just... Every time I have an open lobby, it always just attracts a lot of Abbas. So I end up playing the Ablamir a lot more than I would like. But yeah, if you wanna join, you're more than welcome. Oh no, I swung on it. Why did I do that? Yeah, I'm dead. Super dead. Yep. Good. Good throw. The stare down. Oh no! That could have ended very poorly. I didn't get the rear orb. I didn't Tiger Knee it right. Still in the dark. Still the best song. Yep. Oh no. My god. Yep. Oh, I messed it. Yeah. Scoops. Bad defense on my part. But also, good combos. Good pressure on Kaidu's part. Ah! Man. Alright. Didn't want Donzai. I'll take it. Whee! Oh, splat. I got swatted. Unfortunate mistimed. Whoop. Good slide. Ooh. Almost dropped it. God. My execution is... big yike tonight. But that was good. That was GG's. There is a visual indicator for when you're about to get a stagger. If you look when a stagger happens, you'll see a little pink joystick icon doing like doot 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 doot. And it has a little blue, like a baby blue or like a sky blue bar underneath it. And you can actually see it draining. Like, I'll point it out next time a stagger happens. That's one of those things that it's like the game gives you that information, but because it's something that's not like always on screen, just make sure to watch for it when that situation occurs. It can help give you a guideline of like if you can shake something or not. Whoop. Alright. Alright. That's enough of that, sir. Oof. Yep. Oh, I got the weird, like, Tiger Knee version. Alright. Whoa. Man. Bad execution. This thing is turning sideways in my lap. That's not good. 6P the goat. It's a good button. Ooh. Six P was a little too far. Oof. Oh no, that's the third knockdown. Ugh. Man, that's unfortunate. Oof. Shame. Good stuff from Legal. Just gonna go for damage since we have the guard gauge. Whoop. That was a good break. Very good break. Yeah, that level 3 2H, level 3 rocket. Those things are always so funny, because you know this just, and then you almost forget about it, and then it's just splat. Comes right down on them like a meteor, or like a missile. Missed it. Yep. Yikes. That was not good. Whoop. Robo dash. Oh, I thought I might have enough time. Ooh. Finally. Oh! That was so smart. I have never seen that before. Like, I guess it makes sense. I didn't realize that he could still do delay wake up when he's stunned. It makes it so it just like gives him extra time to shake out. That's so smart. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Big horsey. Oh, that's gonna be some damage. Alright, good knockdown punish. Ugh, just barely. Ah! Good stuff. GG's. What a shame. That's pretty amazing. Oh, that's a good tip. You can hit him OTG. That's a good point. Will prevent him from doing the whole delayed wake up. Oh, GG's, Mole. GG's for sure. Always a pleasure. Yep. He's so short. It's a little tricky on him. Ooh, there it is. What the? Ooh. Oh, I got robbed. Jump slash, please. Oh, I'm dead. That's it. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, I think I got time for... I can play until 11. So about 17 minutes. That'll be a good nice rounded 3 hours for the stream. And I need to get going. Good frame trap. I'm toast. Oh! Super lucky. It's not gonna matter. Ooh, whoa. Did not realize I had that much invul. Alright. Toast. Yeah. Good stuff. The IK whiff. That's rough. Super rough. Oh, Legal wants the run back? Alright. Run back for his win. Run back for their win. That's good stuff. Yeah. Hackett, or Legal Benestein. Very strong robo. Definitely one of the stronger ones I've ran into, along with Stormlock. I wonder if he's heavy enough for this to work. Man. Alright, we'll just cut this a little short. Little robot boys. Nani? Oh. Whew. The upper body invul frames on that move. Oh no. Oh, I'm about to get injured. Oh, good punish. That's gonna cost me. Oh, good stuff. Instant overhead. The Tiger knee DP. Big damage. Trying to backdash it. Nobody suspects the third. I believe I got hit with that earlier on stream as well. Yeah, that third Mushroom Cloud Super. Yeah, it does big damage by itself. It's like, I don't remember the exact damage. It's like 120 or something by itself. Like, it hits pretty hard for the single hit. You can delay it too and do little frame trappy stuff. Whoa! Interesting. That's too far. Oh, I couldn't get the first orb out. Huh. No IK mode for you. Oh, it's too low, or too slow on the, Alright. Oh my god, the guts. Yeah, Robo definitely one of the characters with higher defense. Hey, there it is. Yeah. All right. Good. What a clash. What a clash. 2D clashing with that DP. That was funny. GG's Legal. Let me get one in with Chirp. I don't think I fought Chirp yet. That was very nice stuff. Very very good stuff. Strong Robokai. Mole, as long as you do Heku's homework. FRC homework. Oh man. I'm getting sleepy. Yeah, I think I got time for maybe like a couple more sets. It just depends on how fast they go. The thing about this game is it is extremely fast, as y'all can see. Glitch, give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to get in one with Chirp since we haven't had to play, or we haven't been able to play yet. Abba's top 1. In your heart, yes. My Abba is top 1 in my heart. Abba is my top 1. But yeah. Well, I guess we can go ahead and start doing some of the wrappings up. I do want to say, first of all, let me say thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope that some of the educational stuff that we talked about towards the beginning and a little bit during the matches, I hope that you find some of that useful. And again, if you have any questions about it, or if there's anything that you want clarification on, anything like that, of course, just feel free to tag me on Twitter. Just tweet me. DM me, whatever you want to do. I was turning my D-pad, mashing slash to get Goku. Oh man, that's a mood. That input is fortunately a lot better. Like, it's not as brutal trying to input it quickly due to the lenient input update. Makes it a little bit easier, but it's still kind of tricky. Like, still sometimes you can feel like you're just, like you're just mashing those half circles and it's just not happening. It's unfortunate. Man, this must be a crazy set that Chirp is playing. Chirp and Wave, or they're just having this epic battle. I guess I can join and see where it's at. We can spectate for a sec. Replay fast forward. Oh, they must have just started. Oh, shoot. Oh, maybe they didn't see me. Also, what is this? I just realized Chirp is not playing Jam. Chirp is one of those people that I think of when I think of Jam. Like jams that I play or have played over the last year. It's like Chirp, Dark Dragon, and then basically End of List. I think I played another, like a Japanese jam, like a really long time back, like last December or something. And I got smoked. But I don't know who they were. I don't think it was Teresa. It was somebody else. Does observing take you to the match's current spot? It always takes you to the start when you spectate a match in progress, but you can fast forward. The same as you can fast forward in replays to catch up to where the match is currently at, which is what we did. So that's why, like, when we joined, if you saw just now, like, it was like super fast forward, and then it got to a point where we can't fast forward anymore. That's because this is where this match is currently at. Which is, like, one of the coolest features, honestly, of all this update madness for the Steam release of this game. It's great that you can just, like, you can literally spectate mid-match. Like, that's crazy. And it doesn't cause, like, a huge lag spike or, like, any sort of problem. It's just, like, you can just drop in. Fast forward to get caught up. Or if you want to watch it from the start, you can do that too. You know. It's one of those really nice, just little, like, quality of life features. Like, man, it's just really cool that you can do this. Imagine if this was a thing available for PC in, like, 2007. Oh, man. This game would have gone on a different trajectory. I mean, I don't know, like, in a weird sense, it almost kind of worked out better. Like, timing-wise, that we got this during the pandemic. Just because there were more people playing online. Like, you know, if this game had, like, launched with rollback back in 2007, I mean, there definitely would have been more people playing it, for sure. You know, especially at the time, because back then netcode was, like, largely just beyond trash. And now it's starting to catch up. Now, like, we're seeing, like, there's more than, like, a couple of games that have, like, solid rollback. But, whoa, that was tech through the gold burst. Whoop. Yixi Bisto. Anji. Why are you guys hating on Anji? I think Anji's alright. Like, his design is cool. As far as, like, the whole, like, guard points and having the follow-ups and all that stuff. I'm gonna try to get one in with Chirp. And then that's probably gonna be my last one. Hey. Oh, like... Oh, you're frustrated... Like, Hecky was frustrated with Anji's buttons lately when using Anji. Yeah, Anji has like really specific. Oh, hello, Worm. And yeah, definitely. Next time, feel free. Anytime I'm running an open lobby, open lobby means open lobby. Y'all feel free to come right in. Yeah, Anji's buttons are definitely one of those things where like he has tools for every situation, but you really have to like the coverage for those is really narrow. Like a lot of times you really have to use like the right tool. And if you picked anything else, you might be eating shit. So, wow. That's what I was talking about with that delay, the orb. It'll catch invul stuff after it's not invul anymore. Whoop. That's gonna be a little bit of damage. Oh, I messed that up. I'm kind of having to hold my stick like at an angle. And I keep fat fingering the H button. So I keep getting H when I'm trying to do like slash stuff. And it keeps turning sideways. It's unfortunate. I have to get me a separate little like table or a tray or something. Thoughts on Smash as a competitive game? Smash is not for me. I don't really, like... To be fair, like, I haven't really played much Smash. Like, the last times that I really played Smash, I played Smash on N64, which was obviously, like, the prehistoric era. And then I played a little bit of Melee, but purely casually. Like, that was back before I even was, like, playing any competitive fighting games. But... yeah, so I don't really know. Whoop. Yep. Oh, that doesn't work. I gotta slide on her. Almost missed it. Alright. And on that note, at this point I'm going to say GG's. So, to everyone that I played tonight, I appreciate you hanging out. GG's to Chirp. Thank you, Shadow Fox, for coming to hang out. Thank you, everybody. Like, really, if it seems like I'm a little shook by, like, just doing all this, it's because, real talk, I am. Like, this is still, like, exploding my brain that, like, people actually want to see, like, they want to see this stream. And that feels so good. And it also is, like, it's just really awesome. And I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your Sunday evening or whatever time of day, on whatever date it is, for wherever you are. I'm glad that you took some time out of your day to come and hang out with us, and I hope you had a good time. Yes, thank you, Chuason, for the games. And of course, Kaidu. I hope that, I'm hoping that for these pit sessions, like, I really hope that I can communicate, like, I really hope that we achieve the goal for it. To, like, really try to help intermediate players kind of, like, push past, like, break through that wall. And I hope that that the stuff that we talked about in the earlier portion of the stream was useful, good information. Thanks for beating me up, everyone. Yeah, anybody who was here last week, if y'all want to come back next week, feel free. Absolutely. We'd be more than happy to hang next week. I'll probably just do the same thing next Sunday, like I'll just do the pit for a little while. Maybe just as long as it takes to discuss the topic, I guess. And aside from that, afterwards just do like an open lobby. So yeah. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to say again, thank you for hanging out. It's been a pleasure. GG's if I played you, or if I've ever played you. And y'all have a good night.